Oh, my hearties, a very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McCLUE, and I thought I'd pop up and just say dinky-doo to every single one of you. How lovely to have you with us, and a very warm welcome, I say. Marvellous stuff. Now then, Friday evening, nothing gets past me, of course, and good to have you with us. If you're telling us where you're watching from, then for goodness sake, please do make sure you tell us where you are actually watching from. That would be lovely. I say good evening to you. Good evening, dinky-doo, and a very, very warm welcome. Now then, tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. Scottie McCLUE is live just for you, saying dinky-doo. 26 minutes past 6 on Friday the 19th of May. From my house, Danielle, where is your house, roughly? Ayrshire. Dinky-doo, excellent stuff. Dinky-doo says, Robert, welcome. So glad that you could make it. And Dinky-doo, somebody being clever, watching from my house. Is it my house in America, Canada, England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales? You know, that sort of idea, that sort of information. Glasgow, says Danielle. Good one, Danielle. Thank you very much, Danielle is in Glasgow. Dinky-doo, says the wonderful Kareem, joining us on the YouTube channel. Fantastic. From Maryhill, I know Maryhill well, Danielle. I stayed in Maryhill for many a long year. And fantastic. Evening, Scottie, from View Park in Uddingston. David Taylor, I would say, if you say, do you know where View Park is? I would put it down at Uddingston. Would that be fair enough? So there we are at the motocross track. Good one, Andy. How's your day been, Scotty Sparkles? My day has been outstanding. As always, tremendous day today. I look forward to calling tomorrow night. Excellent, Kareem. We'll hope the phones are all working again. We did the work on it. There's the wonderful Peter Nevins. Dinky-doo, Scotty. Dinky-doo, Peter. Lovely to have you with us. Tremendous. Really, says Daniel. Yes, Daniel, really. I stayed just down from the Wynford. Dinky-doo, Scotty. Tuning in from the Wirral. Cheers, Scotty. Mike, so good to have you with us in the Wirral, out near to Scousland. So there we are. I was reading an anti-gravity book, Scotty. I couldn't put it down. Sparkles. I see what you did there. Tremendous stuff. Absolutely bang on. Is that right, David? Have I got that one on the go there? Fantastic. Now, lots and lots of wonderful TikTok videos for you guys and YouTube videos. So get watching. Are the phones on, Emperor? They are, Francis. Yes, indeed. But we haven't started them up yet. No one did anything, big man. No one did anything. Robbie, what are you talking about? I ask you. There we are. Fantastic stuff. View Park in Uddingston, David. Lovely part of the world, I've always thought. Very nice. Good evening, Scotty, on this glorious sunny evening. What's your job, says Daniel. Oh, I do a variety of jobs, Daniel. I'm a broadcaster, television, radio, newspapers, writing, an author. I'm an academic. I do a bit of teaching, all that stuff. Is that degree picture of you, matey? Well, it's actually the Labrador dog, Lord Reith, and I held the hood for him. I thought that was a nice thing to do. There's somebody ringing. We'll see what they're saying. Good evening. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
It's my birthday.
Who is that?
It's my birthday.
Who's saying my birthday? What's your first name?
Peter.
Peter. Excellent. Happy birthday, Peter. Delighted to hear you.
What?
What? Right, there we are. Fantastic. Okay, it's Peter's birthday, guys. So help him celebrate, I say to you. Good evening, Scotty. You're turning to radio. Robert, I haven't spoken to radio people for some time now, but I may well yet return to radio, you know. But the radio stations, they tend to be more of a jukebox these days. Much of a muchness, you know. Everybody will be having their supper just now. Follow us, guys, as soon as you possibly can. If you're watching on TikTok, follow. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. There are Stallion Fish Keeping Gardening, Dinky-Doo. How lovely to have you with us. I hope you are well. That's the whole thing. Hello from Cornwall, says the wonderful Paul Glover. So there we are, Dinky-Doo. I miss the good old days of Scott FM. Robert, you're not alone. The whole of central Scotland and beyond misses Scott FM desperately. Because I think it's probably the only time that Scotland really got radio right 100%. And that was the one. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Now, I used to think you were so funny on the radio, winding peeps up. They were doing mental. Username, they were doing mental. There was 250,000 of them doing mental every half hour. You're a legend on that, Scotty. I thank you, Robert. You're very, very kind to me. Now then, what else is happening here? Scotty, what's your greatest hits of the 70s? The 70s, wow. So many. I mean, I could do the 60s. Oh, that tea is lush. Fantastic. Dinky-Doo. Dinky-Doo, Stallion Fish. Good evening, Scotty boy. Good evening, Davy. Excellent stuff. I miss you on the radio, says Zide. Zide, thank you very much. You're very, very kind. Yes, indeed. I actually miss the radio a lot because it was just huge. It was just never ending. Danny says, are you pro-union? I used to be, Danny, but not so much now. The present mob have damaged the union beyond belief. And Brexit has damaged the union beyond belief. So there we are. I do, Zid. Thank you so much. Yes, very much so. Now then, lots and lots of you coming and joining us. We love that. Get following, guys. Yes, indeed. Now then, well said, says username. Quite right, sir. There we are. Get following as soon as you can. Now, there's a guy, so a bit of a dafty, I think. Hang on. Do we see what's been said there? Oh, all right. Brexit was a great thing. Davy Driver, give me one good thing that Brexit did, because as far as I can see, it virtually bankrupted Britain, broke it, completely broke it, cost £250 billion to date for nothing.